Well, Bad Bunny performed. Obviously, the game was whack to me. No, everybody going into the game, they didn't even know who was playing.
What the fuck?
A lot of people didn't. A lot of people didn't know who was playing. I didn't know who was playing.
You know who's playing every year?
I mostly I do. You know, because we didn't have a big star besides Stephon Diggs because of Cardi B, right?
Damn.
I feel like Cardi B had the most motherfucking press from any player.
He was like in 2 ads or something like that.
Yeah, he was like in 2 ads, but for the most part, the game kind of sucked.
It was very defensive. It was a super defensive game.
Very defensive, but even the offense was weak from the Patriots. You know, so yeah, it was weak. But let's get to the nitty gritty. For Bad Bunny,
You said the best Super Bowl of all time, you said?
The best
performance,
halftime.
halftime show?
I think is the best halftime performance of
I was
all
surprised
time.
you put up both Kendrick.
Why fool? Because
For reals.
No, it's cool. I right to the same point, but I was trying to get your thoughts
creative
on it.
direct, even the creative part, the way they shot it, and even the elements that I picked up. There was a lot of political elements that I picked up right away. Like I didn't have to wait for somebody to break it down. Even the light post.
Oh, yeah.
Because for that, I already knew Cuba and Puerto Rico deal with that, with blackouts nonstop. Even the way they shot it, all the Latinos that were part of it. Villa's Tacos right on top. Shout out Villa's Tacos,
my
man.
skin went up, bro.
Me
Like,
too, fool. I
what
was
the
like,
fuck,
ah. My kids were like, oh, it's Villa's Tacos, fool, because that's our favorite spot.
You said you picked up on a lot of shit early on. What'd you think about the Lady Gaga shit? Why was she there? Early on, why'd you think?
In the beginning, I was like, "What?" I thought she was gonna do like one of those ballads, but I'm glad that she did it in a Latin, whatever her song was, in the Latin form. Which I was like, okay, it's cool, it works to me, it worked for me. I even like the part with the little kid wakes up out of the party.
Dude, what the
Even
fuck?
that, like I was just
That was
picking up
classic,
on little things. Where even the girl that was she's from New York, an old lady that
Oh, yeah, she's really well known.
yeah, the one that does like the shot. I think she gave that
Yeah,
for
she
a
gave him a
shot, right?
shot.
So that's one of the oldest establishments in New York that caters to the immigrants community. I think she's Cuban, I believe.
Something like that.
But
But those type of people maintain the culture and where they're
Yeah.
from, bro. So they're very important
So
to their
it
neighborhood.
was very intricate, full a lot of details. The sugarcanes, fucking bushes.
Well, that intro was hard with all that fucking and the farm workers, bro. Like, damn, dog. What the fuck?
Even the dolly shot. The what's it called? What's that director called? Far from New York, the director,
I don't know.
the black director from New Jack City.
Spike Lee?
Spike Lee. That dolly shot, he created that dolly shot. So for him, even to, I was like, damn, he's from New York. I mean, it kind of, Boricua. So to me, every little detail was just banging to me. Even the song choices were sick. To me, when it kicked off, I was like, we're watching something great. It was Ella Perrea Sola. Man.
song, yeah.
To see all the Latinas, way, like the beautiful Latinas with all
Different
types of
skin
texture.
color too, bro. Yeah, for sure.
Darkest to the lightest. Jessica Alba, Cardi B, Karol G, Pedro Pascal. Man, even when they talked about Mexico, right away you see Villa's Tacos and then the homie Vargas, Emiliano Vargas on there. That was to me like, damn, fool, like every little piece. There wasn't a dip at all. The only thing that I could have done without was Ricky Martin. I get it. I get it.
That was fire.
I get it, fool, but we were on party mode. I feel like the political side, Bad Bunny was carrying that already. I did want to see a J Balvin and a Cardi B with a like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Over Ricky
fool.
Martin? I
I
don't
did
think
want
so.
to see Cardi B.
Well,
I didn't want to see Cardi B. Fool.
I was hoping she performed at least one verse or something like that. In and out.
And don't forget that's the Bad Bunny's only number one. Is I like it like that. So
Wait, what?
Yeah, that says it's only number one record he has. That's his biggest record is the one with Cardi B and J Balvin. So that's why I was like, man, that would have a perfect moment for I even have Cardi B and have the Boricua Dominican thing. Because you know how there's like a rivalry there?
Yeah.
It would have been dope to me. It
It would have been like a big FU to like Nicki.
Nicki Minaj. Fuck you, Nicki Minaj.
That's true. I would
You
like
know
it for
what I
that.
mean?
I would have liked it for that reason, bro. You got
I'm
a
sure she
point,
was
bro.
home watching the other show.
Fool,
you
I know she was mad. I know she was mad.
Hey,
like,
she was watching the MAGA one, bro.
Oh, Kid Rock.
Hey, let's not bring it up for the homie right here.
Oh, shit, he was watching that one too?
Nah. Don't do me like that.
But
Hey,
look,
wait,
that was my take overall. But I wanna go one by one and see what everybody thought. For me, it made me emotional. I'm not gonna
sure.
lie.
Yeah, me too,
It
bro.
got me emotional. Where like, yo, Latinos, we're at the highest level of music, and to be a Spanish one completely. Because we had it with Shakira and J-Lo, but that one was bilingual. You know what I mean? But to me, it made me like, man, I was so proud to even have for him to represent all the countries. Guatemala got mentioned, El Salvador, Nicaragua, que Honduras,
Dude,
the flag.
he was gonna forget Mexico because that shit was like towards the end. I was like, oh shit,
Yeah, he couldn't cancel that fool. I think he said Cuba, Mexico. I think,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It seemed
yeah.
like he was
Like the
going from
last four.
small to like larger
Yes,
countries,
yes. True.
like showing
I see
the greater like lesson that he's
But
trying
also,
to
what a good climax
give
to leave
out.
Mexico to the end because you're
Yeah.
like, oh my god, where the fuck is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
And then
But,
he added United States, Canada, and Mexico at the end.
Yeah, you're right. You're
but
right.
for me, that's why I felt like it was the greatest. I put it up there with Beyonce and Bruno Mars. I had to go rewatch that one to like properly like assess it. That was a great one for sure. I remember seeing the Beyonce Bruno Mars. Obviously, we always bring up the Prince when it was raining in Purple Rain in 2007. But to me, I would go Bad Bunny, Beyonce, Bruno, tied up with Kendrick, and the third I would give it to Dr. Dre and them. You know what I
That
mean?
one was fire. I forget.
That one was fire. That was super West Coast.
But it kind of does that, right? When that shit comes around, you kind of start going to look back at the other half.
You have to.
Yeah.
So you
You have
spend like
to.
the whole day after just looking at shit like, oh my god, bro, what a fucking moment in time, type shit.
You have to. Even the Kendrick one got it back on numbers again.
Yeah, no, that one's been blowing up too.
It's been blowing up because people were like, "Oh, you know what? This is the greatest." So even like having the conversation, but for me as a Latino Mexican way, it just meant different for the Bad Bunny one. Even though I love Kendrick, one of the
No,
greatest
for
of all
sure.
time, but to me it touched on all the political factors.
Especially through the moments we're living through right now, bro. And to preach unity above all else,
Yes.
I really, it kind of humbled me, because I expected to go in and waiting for a war cry, like where he's gonna say something like "fuck ICE" or something. But for him to just preach unity and love, bro, that's like the true Latino way, bro.
Yeah.
Like we come from humble beginnings and we preach community above all else. So to preach love above hate, that was fucking dope.
and also to represent America as a continent, fool.
And not just like United States.
Not just United States, because America, people tend to forget. Because even the conversation we had with Noma, where he's like, bro, Mexicans are Americans. You know what I mean? We're part of North America. So even like to touch on that, where he represents all American continents. So even that, like pushing that with unity, because, we all represent, even Canada got shot out.
Exactly, bro.
Even
That
Canada.
was
Drake,
huge.
we
Yeah.
fuck with you, Drake, right now.
Dang.
But
Why did he shot them out?
Because it's part of North America, Northern
America.
America. It's America,
He shot
fool.
out everything in America.
The continent, right?
The whole
Not just
continent.
I didn't get that
South.
one, but okay, I guess.
Yeah. But what do you thought about the Super Bowl performance?
I mean, the performance was fire. I think
Yeah.
he did his thing. Like I said, the only thing that stood out to me, what you guys said you rocked with, was the Lady Gaga. I got a question. Why did you like that, or what were your thoughts on that?
In the beginning, I was like, wow, Lady
Yeah.
Gaga. I thought she was going to do one of her records or one of the ballads that she had recently where she won Grammys and shit. But I'm glad that she did it. She did one of her songs, right?
Well, the way I saw it, bro, at first I didn't get it. I was like, what the fuck? But then I think when content started coming out, like you say, you had to get shit from other people, but I kind of got it from other people.
Yeah.
He took one of America's biggest pop stars and he had her singing in Spanish and salsa.
Yes.
So to take one of America's
Yes.
biggest pop stars and to have her sing in Spanish, bro, that's
Yeah.
fucking culturally relevant.
And, vocally, Lady Gaga is one of those, regardless. So for her to even do the salsa thing and dance and say, like basically white people also fuck with our culture.
But also right before she came on, I think his last line was, "Eso es lo que ustedes querían. This is what you guys wanted."
Yeah.
So it kind of flips on that. You guys wanted someone that's
Yeah.
singing in English, but I'm gonna give it to you in Spanish. So it's pretty fire, bro, what he did there.
Yeah.
Because at first I didn't get it, but now I get it, fool.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
you're right. In the beginning, I was like, what? But then I saw that everything played out. And I'm like, yo, shit, she's doing some Latino shit. Hey, so I fuck with it. It wasn't a dip at all. To me, it wasn't a dip at all. So I know people were
For
like,
me,
yo,
it kind of was. I
For
was
you, it
like,
was?
what the fuck? Like, why, bro? For what reason?
yeah.
Well,
How
you
many
forget-
other talented Latinas could have did that, bro?
You're right. You're right.
How many, bro? Like that could have used that opportunity and he could have kept it on, like the same, like basically what he was preaching. That was just the only thing that didn't make no sense.
I think there's
at
another
all,
layer
bro.
to that though, because people forget Bruno Mars is Puerto Rican too.
Yeah.
That's his song that she sang. Basically,
Oh, I didn't
his
know that.
cosign.
Bruno Rican mix.
Yeah.
Bruno Mars is mixed like all.
Bruno is like a
Wait,
crazy
you're
man.
saying
He's
she's telling
23
that?
and me.
That's what I had for sure.
Twenty-three
That-
more.
That's like the biggest song of last year.
Yeah, it's Bruno
Oh,
Mars'
shit.
And it was a Bruno Mars song and Lady Gaga, and basically
Oh,
he
okay,
was like,
okay.
all right, here, Lady Gaga, represent the American people while singing a Puerto Rican song
in Spanish.
in
In
Spanish.
Spanish.
Crazy.
With the wardrobe of Spanish influence, that was dope as
Like a
fuck.
salsa
She like to
thing.
me like a cloud chaser, bro. She's
you
trying
tripping,
to
bro.
attach herself to a moment, bro. That's what I seen that like the way she tried to get on that Kendrick record and ruin it. When
you tripping, bro.
she's trying to do one of those moves, bro. Like let me
They
get it. She's
Hey.
always trying to get
They
it
gonna come
attached
after
to
you,
a
bro. The Gaga
moment,
fans gonna come
bro.
after you, dog.
That-
I seen her when she was at the Grammys too. She was there. She was talking big about Bad Bunny. I was like, oh, she's trying to clout chase and get get on the award show.
She was like, yo, choose me.
She was already putting in the work. Like,
But you
come
know
on,
what?
man.
It's a good point. That did cross my mind, that whole bitch don't kill my vibe moment she had. And I'm glad they didn't release that record.
Yes.
She had a whack ass verse on
This
there,
was
fool.
basically like if she got on the record. That's what we got. bro.
Wait, how long ago was this though?
That
was
was
when you-
2012.
All right, to be fair, everyone tried to do that in 2012. every any artist back in the day was like, oh, you got to get on a hip hop album.
But what I like about that moment is that she called out TD. Oh, your team. I'm like, yo, they didn't like the records. They didn't like the record, girl.
And then she still dropped it after. When
She still leaks it.
corny, bro. That's what I mean. That's that clout chasing
I
shit.
was just like, good thing they didn't bring it out. Personally, that's what I thought. Good thing they didn't release that
Would've
shit.
fucked that whole song up.
It did.
That
for
shit
sure.
beautiful
Over
song.
12 years ago, though. Fucking just like it's dead.
And so,
She's still up to her clout chasing ways.
You're right, because you know what? That did cross my mind. I'm not gonna lie. For that moment crossed my mind. I was watching her like, damn, I remember she tried to get on that Kendrick record.
Bro, you feel me? Like it was so forced, bro. There's so many better options.
Who do you feel would have fit there? Bruno Mars already done it. Bruno Mars already done it with
what's
Beyonce,
that
which
young
I
girl?
love.
What's that young girl? Like a Becky G or some shit, bro.
I didn't want it Becky G. I'm not gonna lie. fool.
Support
I'm
the
not
youth
gonna
right
lie,
there.
wait.
Well, he did support the youth with the, I'm not saying he didn't do that, but I
Yeah.
mean like a Becky G with a
Yeah, I really thought he was gonna bring out Becky G because that would have been dope because she still was on that vibe of like reggaeton, and she's Mexican and they've been hanging out together in Puerto Rico. So I was like, man, maybe that'd be the move. But you know what? I'm a fan of Lady Gaga, so I was like, hey, fuck it. You know what I mean? So